Hey guys, Steve Meyers here, your San Diego real estate advisor with the PorchLight team, brokered by eXp Realty. Today, I'm here with Brent from HomeGuard Incorporated. Brent's going to be doing a walkthrough with us for some things that buyers should be looking for while touring properties. Let's go take a look.
You know, flat roof, pitch roof like you have here. Rain, not so crucial down here.
Right.
But you know, you still get moisture. You still get rain on your roof. Always a good idea to have gutter systems.
Do you find a lot of places, at least when I'm touring places, I find a lot of places don't have gutters here in San Diego. Is that common?
It is common down here.
Yeah.
I'd say probably 70% of homes down here do not have gutters. Yeah. Eventually, the wood that you have will start to be affected by not having gutters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's take a look inside and see what else we have. All right, so we are inside the home now. Brent's going to take us on a tour through this and point out some things to look for while looking through properties.
So one thing you want to do is, as a home buyer, when you come through a house, there is nothing wrong with you testing stuff. So check your windows.
Right.
You know, check your outlets. They do make these little outlet testers. They're about $7. All home inspectors walk around with them. It's a good thing for homeowners to have because you can check every outlet. Everything that's inside the house is going to be inspected by a home inspector. We're going to check your air conditioning and furnace, your fireplace, all your doors, windows, ceiling fans, kitchens. When you come into a kitchen, there's so much time spent in the kitchen by homeowners. You know, you definitely want to have your dishwasher checked. You know, you want to check your stove. You also want to run all your water. So when you come in the kitchen, when you come in the bathrooms, you're going to turn on your water. You're going to make sure you don't have any leaks. You're going to check your garbage disposal. A lot of this stuff that you can do as a homeowner, home buyer. You know, if you look underneath and you see weird wires going on, if it's weird to you, it's probably not right.
Right.
It doesn't take a home inspector to notice stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that a typical home buyer could look for. And that's kind of why we're going to have this video for you today.
Okay. And like if let's say the wood was like warping a bit, that might be a sign that there's a leak or something going on. Or,
For sure.
So that's something I always look for whenever I look under the sink or anything.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's head upstairs. I believe the master and everything's upstairs.
Right? We'll check all your outlets, your light switches, check your railings. We're going to check for smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors. Carbon monoxide detectors you have to have on all levels. So if it's a 2-story, you have to have 2 carbon monoxide detectors. Smoke detectors you want in your hallways and in your bedrooms. We're going to check your fans, all your outlets, switches. Walk into the bathroom, you're going to kind of do the same thing that you would in the kitchen. You're going to run your plumbing, and then you're going to look underneath to make sure you have no leaks. If you have leaks, or if you've had leaks in the past, what you'll see is either water stains, or like Steve was talking about, how sometimes that shelf will start to warp.
And what if, let's say we're in a bathroom and there's, this obviously has a vent, but if there isn't a vent, is that something that's required? Or?
It's not required, it's recommended.
Gotcha.
It also depends on if you have a operating window.
Okay.
If you have an operating window that can allow steam to escape, you don't have to have the fan.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so we are on the outside of the house now. Brent, what's some good things to look for, on the exterior when you're kind of looking around?
So on exterior, one of the questions that we always get is either cracks in your stucco or cracks in your cement. One thing you have to remember is all cement's gonna crack. It's usually from how it's poured. It's either poured where it's either too moist or it's too dry. A lot of times the stucco cracks are the same reason from your cement. It's just how it was poured during the day. What you don't want to see is wiggly cracks coming from your window panes or the corners of the doors, because those are settling cracks. If they're just straight cracks, they're most likely from the pour job. This house in particular is on a slab. What that means is that you have no crawl space. There is no way of getting underneath your house. Your house is built right on top of cement. You get a lot less movement when you're built on a slab.
Right.
So you very seldom see stucco cracks.
So this house in particular, it doesn't really have any kind of wooden eaves or anything like that?
Correct.
So there's no real I don't see any kind of termite, damage or anything to be seen, but with other homes, you know, that's something to look for, right? Just like
sure.
dry rot with.
Yeah. If you look at your neighbor's house, you have fascia and you have rafters. Fascia is the white part, rafter is the blue part. That's where, when you don't have a gutter system, that rain that comes from your roof, it's going to go somewhere. It's going to start damaging that wood. That's what your termite inspector is going to start poking. He's going to poke it to make sure for two things: is it damaged, and is it water damage, or is it termite damage? This is your main electric. This is actually all of your electric. This is everything. Your main shutoff, all your breakers that go to your lights, your outlets, all your appliances. We're going to open that up. We're going to check for any type of faulty wiring.
And what if you see a panel that maybe isn't labeled? Like this one's clearly labeled, but some of them aren't really labeled. You know, is that something that would get called out?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely want to get either an electrician. There's a lot of ways that you can label your panel. You can go inside, start plugging stuff in, and have somebody come out here and start shutting breakers off. As a home inspector, we're not allowed to shut your breakers off. So we recommend that you have somebody do that, either an electrician or, you know, definitely do it when you move in, for sure.
All right, so we are on the rooftop now. Brent, what's some good things to look for, you know, while we're on the patio?
So up on the roof, I mean, this one you're not going to be able to see a whole lot, but you definitely want to check to make sure that you have proper drainage. You also have over on the ends. Again, unless it's raining, or unless you come up here with the water hose, which we're not allowed to do, you're going to want to look for signs of improper drainage, which would be puddles or stains. You know, water. If you had water stains around this drain that was, you know, just a constant stain, that means it's probably not draining properly.
Right.
Yeah. You're going to check your rails. At least 42 inches. This one's good. The rails going up have to be the same. So you want to make sure that you have the proper height of your rails and also the opening between the rails. Shouldn't be bigger than 4 inches. That way a child can't fall through them. And also, so you can't fall over.
All right, so we are in the garage of this house here. Brent, what's some things to look for while you're in the garage?
So in the garage, really important part of the house, because your garage usually has your water heater. Your furnace sometimes is in the garage, sometimes it's up in the attic. This house, being a flat roof, has no attic. So all your furnaces and air conditioning we've seen on the outside. Water heater we've seen on the outside is tankless. Tankless water heaters can go anywhere. A tank water heater has to be enclosed because of the pilot light. So usually you'll see your water heater in the garage. Like I say, furnace sometimes, but we're definitely testing your garage door opener. We're checking the eyes that are along the bottom, because that's your safety issue. That's where if a child or an animal walks in front of that, it reverses back up. Definitely want to make sure that's working, because if it doesn't, it can just keep coming down. Child walks underneath that. That actually slammed on my brother's head when we were kids. So.
How tall do these have to be? Usually these have to be a certain height, don't they?
They do. They have to be between 4 to 8 inches. And the reason is if they're too high, they feel like a child can crawl underneath it. If they're too low, they can easily step over it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions regarding home inspections, Brent's information is going to be down below. As always, if you found this video educational, please like and subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell to get alerted when new videos drop. Until next time.